Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you for one last album review for this Friday, and this is for Puddle of Mud's new album, Welcome to Galvania. So I'm gonna discuss what I listened to and let you know my thoughts on this record. So let's dive into this review. Now, it's been like 10 years since they made an album, and geez, I know they released their Uh-Oh song back in July or whatever, and I was kind of forgetting what month it came out, but yeah, it came back out in July, and the video came out last month, and I'm kind of glad they only released, well, they released two songs. They released the Uh-Oh and the Uh-Oh Come Clean version. So they released both those, and they didn't want to spoil how the rest of the album's going to turn out. So they didn't release any more singles after that, so that's good. But this record is. It's fine. I wouldn't say it's my favorite record this year, but I think they came back with some of their old roots with this record from their Come Clean days and uh, their older material as well. They added some similarities from their older material to this record. I'm not sure. I haven't heard their older material, but uh, I've heard maybe. I think the only album I heard from them was Famous and the Volume 4 record. Well, a little bit of the Volume 4 record. I only heard the Spaceship song from that record, but I didn't check out the other songs from that record, but I think this record it's good. Um there are there are problems with Wes's voice in this record or whatever. Um it's just, I guess he had like a bad addiction or whatever for the longest time, and he got sober or whatever. I think it was a drinking addiction, and he finally got clean and made this record. Took them a while, but I'm glad they came back. And yeah, they did a good job on this record. Sure, there are some songs on here that weren't my favorites. Pretty much not all of them are getting 5 out of 5s because most of the tracks are just decent and not too bad. I think Uh-Oh, this lead single, was decent. It was just a decent single, and so was the Come Clean version. I just like the regular Uh-Oh version, because it's much better. The Come Clean version I wasn't really a fan of, but I thought it was decent too. I actually liked, my favorite ones on here have got to be Diseased Almost, Just Tell Me, and Slide Away. Those are probably my favorite ones on this record. Everything else is, and You Don't Know is a favorite too. The start of the record was really good. Um, then you get to Go to Hell, and then he's singing Go to Hell, Hell, and that's kind of annoying right there, where I just can't stand that. But for the most part, I think this record tried to be good, and uh, in some areas it succeeded, in some areas it didn't. I think You Don't Know was not a bad start for the record. It wasn't my personal favorite, but It's probably going to be my favorite on this record because most of the tracks got 4 out of 5s. In my opinion, I think most of the tracks deserve 4 out of 5s because they're decent songs. But Slide Away actually has a nice melody to it in the beginning, and I can feel the emotion in Wes's voice in that song. I'm like, okay, he's bringing back something from the Famous days. Because Famous was a really good record that they made, and I really enjoyed that record. This record is, well, it's not a bad one. I think they tried to make it good, but for certain songs, it didn't meet the punchline of being good. Sunshine was actually not a bad song. Kiss It All Goodbye was, it was fine. And, like I said, the Go to Hell song where he goes, go to hell, that's kind of annoying. I hate it when he repeats that a little bit, and that just, I couldn't like it. Time of Our Lives was a pretty solid song. So most of these tracks are solid, and a few of them actually weren't too bad. But for me personally, out of 10, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. This did a good job. Just, there are some songs on here that don't strike me as good, and this would have gotten a 7.5 out of 10, but I'm just being nice and giving it an 8 because I think they deserve a good rating for their album. Because I know it took them 10 years just to make something like this, and I could tell that they tried to make a good record. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and giving them a passing rating of an 8 out of 10. But comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Puddle of Mud record. Welcome to Galvania, if you've heard it. And if you like this review, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for the Water Parks reboot track review probably in a little bit. And I'll also return to you for the Hustlers movie review and whatever other videos I'm going to be doing to close out the week. But I hope you enjoyed these new album reviews I released to you guys. I had to pretty much wait till today to do the reviews for them, but that way I don't get into too much trouble. Because it's like a piracy thing, and I don't want to get in trouble for that. So I gotta release album reviews on Friday or Saturday from now on. But hopefully you understand where I'm coming from. And I hope you enjoyed this review. Take care, and I'll see you in my next video.